Welcome, dear viewers, to our Palestine Weekly Review newsletter from the besieged Gaza Strip. It's 7 p.m. Sunday. We are here to provide you with the latest news from the occupied Palestine. And here are the headlines. Israeli fire injures 149 Palestinians near Gaza-Israeli separation fence. Gaza's universities' severe financial crisis threatens continuity of work. Israeli settlers hurled stones at Palestinians' vehicle near the West Bank cities of Hebron. Israel's occupation forces repress a solidarity vigil for Palestinians' prisoners. Now let's move to the news summary which have occurred during the last week. On the 71st Great March of Return, 149 Palestinian civilians injured as a result of the Israeli occupation military continued use of excessive force against peaceful protesters along the Gaza Strip's eastern fence with Israel. 77 Palestinians were shot with live bullets and shrapnel. 66 children, 7 paramedics, including a female paramedic, were also among those injured this Friday. 6 civilians were deemed in a critical medical condition. As students in Gaza's schools and universities were set to begin their school year, Palestinian universities in the Gaza Strip face a severe financial crisis that threatens the continuity of their work next year. This following recorded report will shed the lights more on this issue.
Palestinian universities in the Gaza Strip are suffering from a significant financial crisis that threatens the continuity of their work next year. This crisis has resulted in the university's inability to pay the salaries of teachers, as the dues of university workers reach between $28 to $35 million. On the sidelines of a meeting of 3 universities officials with journalists, the academics and university administrators attributed the financial crisis to the decrease in the student enrollment rate by up to 30% at present.
Well, the deteriorated economic conditions that the Gaza Strip has been going through over the past 16 years, as well as the crippling siege on Gaza by the Israeli occupation and the repeated aggressions by the Zionist army against the Palestinian population of the Gaza Strip, all have contributed to a very disastrous condition that the Palestinian universities, the Palestinian students have been going through as a result of these terrible conditions. This means actually that thousands of Palestinian graduates from Tawjih, from the General Secondary School, are unable to join the different academic programs at universities because they don't have the financial means actually to enroll in these different programs, and also means that the universities are unable to pay for thousands of academic and administrative employees.
Academics and university administrators expressed fears that university will not be able to accept students next year because of the financial crisis. Also, the students' reluctance to enroll in universities threatens society with new social crises which may lead to unexpected disasters.
I am a university student in Gaza. All the students and I are suffering from financial crisis due to the Israeli siege. As a result, we cannot pay the full fees due to the occupation imposed in Gaza Strip.
Israel has blockaded Gaza for more than a decade, with severe restrictions on the flow of goods into the territory and people out of it.
The poverty rate in Gaza now exceeds 80%, while the unemployment rate has risen up to 54%, according to the Popular Committee Against the Siege in Gaza and Palestine. Hana Nader Shubla, Gaza Strip.
Several groups of illegal Jewish settlers on Tuesday hurled stones in Palestinians' vehicles near the West Bank cities of Hebron, Al Khalil, and Nablus. According to locals, the settlers gathered at Road 60 east of Hebron and threw stones at Palestinian cars. Israeli forces also arrested a protester after assaulting and beating him. The young man was beaten until he fainted before being arrested. The vigil was in solidarity with 8 Palestinian hunger strikers, who some of them have been on hunger strike for over than 50 days. The longest hunger striker among them is Hudhaifa Halabiya. He is protesting against his imprisonment without charge or trial under Israeli administrative detention. It's worth noting that when Hudhaifa was arrested on 10 of June 2018, it was just a few months after he got married. His wife gave birth in his daughter Majdal while he was in administrative detention. And his first and only child is now 6 months old, and he has never met or seen her father. Here we reach the end of our broadcast. Thank you very much for watching. This is Ahmed from Gaza Strip wishing you a lovely night. Salam.